Good morning.
Icks, Icks today. Do you remember we talked about it last time? We
Yeah,
said everyone shout up and let us know what your icks are. I think we were talking, what brought it on was the bare-handed
yeah.
sugaring.
Well, haha.
Ooh. Yeah.
The whole can I pay you next week, babes?
Oh, but like, why would you say yes to that? And it puts you in such an awkward position as well.
So I'm going to go at this at a whole different angle. What about the ones that don't say anything and then have their treatment and go, I can't pay you?
I have never had that. Have you had that?
I have had that.
What did you do?
Okay. So this is like, please learn from that's why I like this. This is why I like how we do this, because hopefully, if this hasn't happened to you, it can give you some preparation if it ever then does in the future. So I've had this on a couple of occasions where they've either maybe turned up and said, I can't pay till tomorrow. And that one's a hard one because at the point of that conversation, do you either continue the treatment knowing you're going to get the money late or say no, you're free for the next hour, you can't get any money because they've got no money to pay you, so you can't even charge a charge. Or you've done the treatment and then they turn around and says, I don't get paid till later, tomorrow, another day. So I basically, at that point, I'm lucky that my clients are repetitive. So I don't know how you'd look at this if it was just a complete client that you didn't know. That's another like sideline conversation. But basically, I sort of go ahead with the treatment. I, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. I do the treatment, I honor it, I say yes. My booking system, we spoke about this before, my booking system doesn't take deposits, it just asks for a card to confirm. However, you can switch it on. So then I have realistically then put in place either a 50% deposit, so at least I get half of it on the next future booking on that day, or in a few cases, I've actually put it on to 100% charge, just so they have to pay up front. They can, and then they can't book it until the money's there, so that I'm not waiting for money because unfortunately, you don't go and buy a pair of jeans from River Island and then say, I'll pay you next week on. It's awful and it's not nice. And I always thought that at least I used to have a deposit system, pay 50%, but that meant if people were block booking for the next 6 months, which works for my business well, they had to be out of pocket of six deposits, which is it's a lot of money.
Hmm.
So I just thought by having that click to confirm and having a card there meant that people would book and know that they had to have the money by that date. Didn't realize that somebody or people would turn up with no money. It is a hard one,
That is shocking. Do you
but
know,
it does happen.
yeah, it's reminded me actually, I did have someone, I suppose it's sort of similar. She had a 2 hour appointment with full body sugar in, and she messaged me. It was a couple of years ago, the night before or the morning of, and was like, my pay hasn't gone into my bank, but I'm in with you today. What do you want me to do? Well, I was going to be left with a 2 hour gap. So of course I said, well, come in and you can just pay me like tomorrow or whenever your money goes in. And she did. Now,
Yep.
the next time she booked, the same happened again. So she came in, but then I had to chase her for payment. And after that, I didn't book her back in again. I just thought, no, because I've set a precedent here. What an idiot. Like,
That's
no.
that's exactly the thing. You're stuck between the rock and the hard place. You may as well honor it because what else do you do? It's having that process in place. And then, I have been approached by clients say, oh, have you changed your policy? And I've just said, yes, unfortunately, I can't be outstanding. So hopefully watching this helps you if you've either been in the situation to get you to, flick that toggle and make sure the certain clients can pay deposits or payment in full.
Yeah.
Just make sure that basically you're covering your back.
Yeah. Oh, when someone calls it waxing, even though you continually correct them, it's sugaring.
I
It's
mean,
sugaring. It's not sugar waxing. It's not waxing. It's really different.
I just go, sugar in. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Wax. Sugar in.
Do you mean sugaring? Sugaring.
Sugar in. Can you fit me in just really quick?
Yeah. Yeah, I just won't have any lunch. I won't go for a wee. I'll just fit you in instead. Yeah, I've told you I'm back to back. But yeah, I'll just do without. I won't drink, I won't eat, I won't do anything. Come on in.
What about the other one then? So not necessarily can you fit me in really quick, but you've got an appointment and they then turn up late, or you've squeezed them in because, you're being great. You squeeze them in and then they turn up late and it's like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
If it's your last one of the day as well, you like pop them on at the end and then they're late. Or they'll message you, go, "Oh, I'm just running 20 minutes late." And no apology. That's another one when it's like they're
Are
just
you
informing you that they're running late. Oh, I'm running late.
there? And let's just do a quick disclaimer. I just feel that, like, with all of this, things happen. I've turned up to work and thought my sugar was on, and it wasn't, and I've had to whack it up and mix sugar, and the aircon's not working, and sugar's dripping everywhere. It happens to everyone, whether you're the client, we're the therapist, like, we get it, like, life happens, but it's also funny to just talk about the icks at the same time.
Yeah. Talk shit about your clients, which is what this has turned into. Let me find some other ones. Oh my God.
That's why I was like, just a quick disclaimer, like, it happens on all fronts. Mhm.
Oh, I had this once. People thinking beauty professionals should discount their prices for exposure. I did have somebody, a B-list celebrity, that was wanting to be
Celebrity.
sugared for nothing, basically, for the exposure.
Is this
Like
like all of those, what do you call them?
like
Social
reality
influencers. Or just
TV.
influencers. Are they C celebrities then? They're not even like B.
Yeah. B's a bit of a stretch, but yeah, and it's like, and when you run a successful salon that is doing well, like why would you give your services away for free for more exposure? And generally, my issue was is that I didn't want exposure to that kind of audience anywhere. That this
Oh,
person was, was their target market. No, thank you. I'm all
they're
right.
the perfect person to go, yeah, I'll give you the reward system. You know that one that I hate, like the 10 and then you get one free. Like if you get me 10 new clients and you get me the exposure, I will give you a free treatment if you can get me 10.
Oh, that's a good way of doing it, actually.
I know, I just think I'm so good at thinking on my feet.
I know, yeah. Little gem there thrown
Watch
in.
the space. I'll paint into it now.
Good. Do you want to go for the next one?
Let's have a look. Yeah, okay. So what about the ick where people working in beauty are just like plain makeup all day, like a beautician is sort of that term. And they just think that it's when you turn around and start educating them and you see the change in face to say, oh my goodness, they actually know what they're talking about. Yes, we do.
Do you think it comes more from like a male perspective that we're just kind of just messing about with stuff like we did when we were little, playing with dollies and painting nails and putting makeup on and stuff?
Sort of. I actually spoke about this. I did a little post, a little reel about our hybrid training and just, people changing careers and the stigma around the industry. Like, I don't know if, well, you will have watched it, but me sort of saying, I came into this industry with a bit of taste in my mouth because even my own family were like, don't go into beauty, it's a dead end job, you can't go anywhere. And I was like, absolutely not. I am making this work because I'm a stubborn little sod. Because that was it. That's exactly what they said. It was a dead end. You only went into it if you'd got no education or no qualifications. Look at us now.
Exactly. Yeah. Proving them all wrong. Knobheads.
Oh, go on. You take the next one, West H. There's so many. I can't believe how many icks I've already sent it.
No. Oh, sugar paste in the hair.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like self ick and trying not to. I've done it so many times, like flicked myself in my face, in my hair, when you're
Oh,
sugaring somebody and
okay.
like, and you're like, oh, I need to get rid of this, but you can't because your client's on the bed and you can't
Oh,
like, mm,
I
yeah.
totally heard that coming from the wrong way. I was like trying to get my brain into it. I've had it where the hair's hit me on the lip, had it on my glasses. Have you ever done this then? Where you go out from work and you're like, what am I? And it's stuck on your arm. And like, it takes obviously hair off, but like, it's not just on you. I've had it smeared all over my watch face, even though my gloves have come up
Oh,
here. Yeah.
yeah, that is an ick when you realize you've got someone's dead skin and hair and sugar and everything. You're like, oh,
Just to say that the one that hit me on my lip was not someone's Brazilian hair. So I was very,
thank
very
God.
thankful of that. You just sort of go, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I have had like I call it like the butt sugar and stuff where you're like in the worst place possible, and that's the bit that you flick like, and you're like, oh no, I don't believe it. I just have to try and do this.
like, that's the best because anyone that's watching this that is currently sugaring, you absolutely know what we're talking about. And if you're not currently sugaring and you want to start sugaring, you just take it in your stride. It's part
Yeah,
of
we
it.
don't want to put anyone off. Butt sugar's good. We like who doesn't like a bit of butt sugar now and then.
Oh, okay. Well, now you've just made me think because I was about to go down a weird like tangent on that. But when you sugar somebody's lip and they go, "Oh, it tastes sweet," this is why we don't do a Brazilian sugar and move to the lip or the upper lip. We work methodically through. But I've had so many people that go, "Oh yeah, it tastes
The
sweet."
tongue
Like,
comes out, yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Or when it's not an ick, but when you're doing somebody's lip
Mm,
and you can feel that they're holding the breath.
yep.
And you're going to pass out. Keep breathing.
This is my ick that I do to clients. I'll be sugaring their lip and they'll be like, "Oh, so what are you up to today?" And they're like, "Hmm." I'm like, "I don't know why I've even asked you the question." And I do it every single time. I'm like this. So what are you doing then? And I don't know. Every time. And in my head, I'm like, idiot.
Yeah, they can't
Why
talk.
did you
You don't
ask
want
that
them to
question?
talk.
Clearly don't want them to talk. Or again, on their chin, facial sugaring. We're sugaring the chin and I'm like asking them a question like, sorry, I can't talk to you. And then they just sort of like stretch them up and they're like, okay, then.
I just realized when the camera flicked back to me, then I was doing the stretchy chin position as you were doing it, just automatically. When I do the chin, I went,
I'll see. I'm not even on the message Icks now. I'm on my own Icks about my own self. Let me just like, yeah, putting gloves on and you're like putting them on and then they snap and then it rips all to here. And you're like, and I just find a spot and I swear silently at it. My face says a lot, you know.
yeah, that is so annoying, especially when your hands are sweaty. It's like when you get your clothes caught on a door handle, like this, it makes you so mad, doesn't it? It's the same thing with the gloves.
And the like now I'm just thinking of all the things that I do that I annoy myself with. I walk into the room and I'll start talking. They'll be like, yeah, 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 the door's locked, by the way. And the client's like, I'm just mid-conversation. I'll be like, oh, so how was your holiday? The door's locked, by the way. Because I have to say it out loud, like I have to say the door is locked, just so that my peace of mind is like, oh, my straightness turned off.
Oh, yeah. So you're like telling yourself
Yep, the door is locked, just to let you know the door's locked.
the door is locked.
I mean, when you're spread eagled, I'm even doing the motion. You can't see, but when you're spread eagled and you work in a multi-business building, you want to know that peace of mind that
The
when you're
door is
there,
locked.
the door's locked.
Right in my face.
What else do I do that I can have as my own icks now? I'm just thinking of all the things that I do. Allergies, allergies and sugaring. Honestly, the whole COVID elbow knocking.
Hmm.
Nose allergies at the minute aren't actually too bad this year, but you've got sugar in your hand, and I'm like, oh, you just need to itch, scratch the itch.
Yeah.
obviously the hands are out the way. You mean there's no nose running or anything, but it's just like constantly like oh, I feel like the bunny nose talking to people. I'm like, I'm fine, totally fine.
That was the good thing about COVID, wasn't it? With the mask, if you did have like an itchy nose or a bit of a runny nose, it was all just covered up. That made me, do you know, during COVID, this is a complete tangent, not Icks. I got like quite a few new clients after COVID and stuff, and it was months before they saw my actual face, and then, people were like, "Oh, you look different to what I thought." Did you get that? Because people had only seen me from there, not
I
this
had
bit.
laser eye surgery because of COVID. So genuinely, like obviously I used to wear glasses. That's the whole thing. And I had started to work in a spa after the whole Amazon thing. And I was having to wear contacts, mask, shield, and I was working with like steam and water treatments, like with hose pipes in this massive bath. And I gave myself, God, I can't even speak. I gave myself, is it blepharitis? Where you get
Oh,
that really dry eye, infected eyes, because the moisture from the bath treatment and the mask had created this steam behind my contact. And I was having infections and stuff. And I was like, screw this. And that's why I had laser eye surgery, just because of
wow.
basically COVID. I'm very
Oh,
thankful now because it's awesome. It's the best thing I've ever done. But yeah, COVID made me have laser eye surgery. That's the slogan for today.
wow. Yeah, that'll be today's video title. People will be like, "What?"
What? But yeah, that's why I had it in the end because I was like, I can't keep doing this. I've had enough. COVID was, it was definitely well, it was definitely a thing, but like it really did change so many things.
It
Oh my
did.
goodness. Go on, you must
Right.
have, what do
Right. Go
what
on.
do you
Sorry.
do? You must have your own ick.
God, I can't. I know I'll have loads. I'll think of loads when I come off of here, but I
I'm
can't think of any.
literally just like thinking and reassessing my whole entire career life and everything of all the things that I do.
Da, da, da. Oh, yeah. Oh, when someone says you're so lucky, your job's so easy while you're standing at, you've been stood up for 6 hours and your hand's cramping and you've got sugar in your shoes.
To be fair, when you've needed to go toilet for the last 3 hours.
Yeah, we have strong bladders as beauty therapists.
So, I see, little story now. My place is a one in, one out, has a buzzer, 5 minutes before sort of arrive. And it's it's hard to explain to people, but that 5 minutes before means I've buzzed you in, ready to start your treatment. I've probably needed to go wait since the last client, but if you're not there 5 minutes before, I then can't go to the bathroom because clearly you're going to be turning up from on the appointment, maybe 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late. That means I've been needing to go away for not only 15 minutes, but the other 30 minutes as well. So when my clients come, I'm like, hiya, come on in. I'm going. It's, oh my gosh. They're like, no, no, you can stay in the room. Like, no, no, genuinely, I'm off.
Yeah, I'm gonna wee myself.
Running. Oh, the amount of times I'll say to my husband, I need a wee, and he'll go on then. I'm just waiting 2 hours. And I just sit and like I do the sofa dance where you're like, I'll be all right in a minute. Let me just sweep
Yeah,
the room
let me
off.
reposition everything and it'll be fine.
Oh my gosh. I, I don't think so. That question of the ick of we gate so easy and sort of beauty's easy, go play, just play with makeup. Like my husband doesn't understand how demanding it is that you can't just go to the bathroom when you want. Like it has to be slotted in that little spot. And he's like, well, just go. I'm like, no, no. Because if that client's been 5 minutes late and you were already pushing it and you weren't maybe quite ready, you haven't got time for the next 3 hours. You know when that client's like that's it, you're done. Like you've
Yeah,
got nothing. But
yeah.
again, for those who aren't in the industry just yet, scheduling organized breaks throughout the day is ideal.
Yeah, don't do what we do. Give
No,
yourself time to go to the toilet and eat.
but do you ever look back at your younger self in the industry and sort of see those changes that you've made? Like, I don't rush myself at Christmas. I
Yeah.
put staggered breaks in before I open up December so that if I do maybe take away a one break and fit somebody in, I know I've still got time to eat because you know what the pressure's like. I definitely have made so many changes over my career.
Yeah, it actually if I can figure it out and do this thing where you put a link back to it would link back to boundaries, wouldn't it, that we've spoken about before? And yeah,
Yeah. And then link to COVID, and then a link to
yeah.
all of our talks so far.
Link. Do one of those things where it links
I need to go
everywhere.
dink, 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 dink. Is there a question that you get asked in the treatment room and you don't know how to respond? So, why do I need to come in every 4 weeks? Or why do I keep getting this little extra um, hair growth? Or why do I need to scrub anything like that that comes up in the treatment room and you've been a bit stumped, you don't know how to respond, pop it in the notes and we will ream through them for next week, like we have done with the Icks. That's
Oh, good one. If I post that, and then people can either post anonymously if you don't want your name on there, or if you post under your business name, we can give you a shout out as well. Because this goes onto YouTube, it goes onto our Green and Gold Collective Hub, it goes onto our Instagram, Facebook, it goes all over the place. So if you want to shout out, you can leave your name on there as well.
just to before we wrap up for today, do you know that I watch our YouTube videos back at the gym doing my steps in the morning? I put it out on the treadmill and I sit there watching like, oh my God, look at my face. Why do you do that every time? And I'm shouting at myself or laughing. And then the guy who's always next to me on the treadmill looks over and he's like, are you watching yourself? I'm like, I
That's a good idea to watch it on there. I struggle to watch it back, but yeah, I might try
that's
that.
how I do it. So, yeah, definitely pop your names below and we can definitely give a shout out.